All right, welcome in, everybody. Um, I don't, Mercury's in retrograde, so that means devices and things like glitches of
So true.
computers, cell phones,
So
printers, things like
true.
that are going to be goofy for the next month. I think it goes direct at the end of the month, but communication can get messed up. Mercury is the planet of communication. But what's good about Mercury retrograde, it's a time to go redo things or revisit some ideas or go to a reunion. Redoing something is a good time to do any of that now. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, Pam, it's just showing me that you're muted, but you can't unmute. Is that what you're saying? Hmm. Oh, that's well, if you want to call, if you have a question, you can call and then we can hear you through my phone. So that's how I've done it before when I do an onboarding call and someone can't get on. So if anybody else can't hear me or I can't hear you, call me with your question and we'll just do it live. We will wing this thing. So today, this week, actually, I've been talking about the success formula, what it is, and how we can use it to our advantage, and how we can get the results that we're looking for, and all of that
Yay.
stuff.
She almost figured it out.
Did we get it?
And then it went back off.
Oh,
Maybe she has to click it again.
there.
Yep, now
No,
we're
no,
on.
I got it. Can you hear
Got
me?
it.
Yeah,
You did.
good.
Wonderful.
I
Wonderful.
keep it off if I'm not talking, so I got it working though.
All right.
Crazy.
All right. So today, well, I don't have any opening funnies for today. Sorry. Here's the funny part. I have nothing funny. Where I do have some shout outs and some welcomes. We'll go over what is the law of attraction and what is the RAS and how to program it and use it. Then I will go over the success formula step by step. I'll give you all 5 steps. And then we'll hopefully be open for some Q&A. But I want to start off with some shout outs. We've got a lot of side effects, a lot of good side effects. So we've got Tani. I spoke to her this morning. Her GERD is completely gone. So she's real happy about that. Monique, she's doing great. And she's discovering so many things about her body. She's eliminated certain things and then she's brought some stuff back, eliminated this, brought some other stuff back. And she really has a good sense of how her body is responding and how much more energy she has with this and without that and all those sort of things. So this basically is an elimination diet. And then we bring some stuff back. But the stuff that you learn about your own body is pretty cool. And what she's specifically learned is certain things that actually give her more energy and has her feeling a whole lot better. So good for her on that. Stan, same thing. Side effects after side effects after side effects. He's reduced most of his medications and he's off on a lot of them. He was pre-diabetic, not diabetic or pre-diabetic at all. His blood sugars are in the very normal range. And he's lost 50 pounds. So he's thrilled with
Ooh.
this program. Michelle, Olivia, a lot of people losing weight, doing well. If I haven't mentioned your name, there's lots of you out there doing well. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up to these calls. It's how we program that subconscious mind is by showing up. So good for you if you're listening to this as a replay. Or did I hit record?
You did.
I did. Okay, good. I don't want to mess that up. So let's dive right in. Oh, I just have some welcomes. We've got Leslie, Kara, Jeanette, Penny, Zach, Oscar, Marianne, Bill, Kim, Jean, and Connie. Lots of new people this week. So lots of onboarding going on. But that's my favorite part because everybody's so excited and I love to see that and feel that really good energy. Okay, so what is the law of attraction? So the definition, basically, the law of attraction is the belief that a positive or negative thoughts can bring us positive or negative experiences into a person's life. They say it's about the vibrations and getting into alignment with the things that you want. And I'm going to go over all of that today. We're also going to learn about the reticular activating system, which serves as a filter for the information that gets in your brain and what you notice. As you start to program your subconscious mind, your brain, your eyeballs will start to notice stuff that it never noticed before. So we're going to get into that a little bit today as well. All right, so we're going to talk about the subconscious mind. So I have a picture of the iceberg here, and they say the conscious mind is typically about 10%. Where's my numbers here? About 10% of our thoughts. The subconscious mind is about 90% of our thoughts and our feelings. And so the subconscious mind is quite a bit more powerful. Let's see. So in doing this, in getting ready for this talk, she was saying that the conscious mind has between 40 and 2,000 bits per second of thoughts. That's how powerful it is. But the subconscious mind has anywhere between 10 million and 400 million bits per second. So when we sign up for a weight loss program and we're all excited, or whatever it is, we're going to clean the garage, we're going to do that thing, we're going to write that book, we're going to do whatever, and we're really excited. Conscious mind has made the decision to go and do it. But if the subconscious mind isn't on board yet, you can't fight. It's over 1,000 times stronger than the conscious mind. So we're going to get into that a little bit more, that you cannot compete with the subconscious mind. You basically got to know what you want. You got to get in alignment with what you want, and then we got to let it go. So this information has been around for many, many, many years. And I realized yesterday, I have Post-its all over my bathroom mirror, and there's some of them are Bible verses, and I'm not trying to get all Sunday school on you here, but some of these verses I just took from the Bible that are along the same lines of what this teaching really is. So I just wanted to share a few of them with you. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. That's Proverbs verse 23, or chapter 23, verse 7. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's Romans 12:2. According to your faith, shall it be done to you. Matthew chapter 9, verse 29. And then the last one, whatever you ask in prayer, believe you have received it, and it will be yours. That's Mark 11:24. So it's all about how you think, what you believe, all of that sort of stuff. This stuff has been around for a long time. If you want to get more into this, you can follow people like Jim Rohn, Joe Dispenza. I talked a little bit about him yesterday. Joe Dispenza is a good one. Dr. Wayne Dyer. Tony Robbins kind of talks about this sort of stuff indirectly. Jack Canfield, same thing. They're all talking about the mindset. Neville Goddard. Think and Grow Rich is all about all of this same stuff too. So just wanted to share those with you. So before I change this page here, the subconscious mind is all of the patterns, all of our thoughts. Our thoughts are what create the subconscious mind. And this can come from childhood traumas. This can come from our parents as we were growing up. This can come from societies. This can come from limiting beliefs. And this can come from our own self. The thoughts that we have, which lead to feelings, which leads to how we create the subconscious mind. The reticular activating system. So let's talk a little bit about that. So we have so many pieces of information every single day coming at us, coming at us, coming at us. And if our brain saw and acknowledged and was aware of all the pieces of information, I think our heads would literally explode. So what happens is we have a filter. So while we get millions of pieces of information, we're only going to get a few thousand are going to come through into the brain. So when you guys sign up for a program like this and you're listening to like my words, or if you're watching another guru or an expert or doctor or somebody that knows about whatever thing you're trying to learn, and you're listening to that and you're hearing this stuff over and over and over again, and it's impactful to you, it goes into your it creates a reticular activating system, which will allow that new information to come through. So for example, you guys are on a weight loss and get healthy journey. So because of that, you join these classes. So last week I talked about the glycemic index. And a couple weeks before that, I talked about exercise. And I've talked about maybe label reading and stuff like that. So now that if you're joining these classes and you're thinking about this and you're writing your notes and you're paying attention, now as you go out into the world, you're going to notice things that the foods that are labeled low glycemic. You're going to notice, oh, look, there's a gym popping up right next to my favorite grocery store. You're going to notice workout clothes go on special over at Target or wherever you shop, Lululemon. But otherwise, we would have never noticed that. The best example for the reticular activating system is when you or a friend or someone that close to you gets a new car. So I drive a Camry. Well, guess when I go out on the road, what do I notice the most? I notice Camrys, and I notice if it's last year's or this year's or whatever. If it's red, I notice it because I had a red Camry and I loved it. I wish I still had the red one. But when you look into your newspaper, there's going to be a Camry there. You're going to turn the TV on and there's going to be an ad for a Camry, whatever kind of car. I noticed the Camrys because that was what I've trained my reticular activating system to notice. Do I notice the Ford Focus? No, but it doesn't mean that they're not on the road. It doesn't even mean there's fewer of them on the road. There's probably more of them on the road, but I don't notice it because it's not on my radar. I was dating a guy who was really into Corvettes. Now I notice different Corvettes, and I'm noticing some of the things he was teaching me about last year's and this year's, and there's different ones and different body styles. So now I notice Corvettes everywhere. So to train our brain to start to see some of the stuff that we want to see, we just got to think about it and learn it. So you've got to deliver. You've got to get yourself a healthy obsession. So I'm going to talk about how to do that today. Okay. So reticular activating system. Okay. So Albert Einstein said, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes from one form to another. I don't remember how they say it. Wateba. We all know what Wateba is. No, it's what you think about, you bring about. So the more you start to learn, the more you start to investigate, the more you asking questions, the more you're practicing the success formula, which I'll go over later, the more you're training your reticular activating system, and the more you are training your subconscious mind to be able to find and do the things. The subconscious mind is, it just knows what you tell it. It doesn't know if it makes sense. It doesn't know if it's good for you or bad for you. It just knows what we tell it. So if we keep telling ourselves, this is hard, I can't do it, I have failed before, oh, how many other weight loss things did I sign up for and it didn't work? Every time you do that, you're programming that subconscious mind. What you think about, you bring about. So you can be your own worst enemy and you can be your own best friend. And it's not, we are human. We are human. There's no way we're not going to have a negative thought. But having this kind of awareness, like, oh, then why is this so hard? And you get frustrated. Like, whoa, careful. Ask a different question. How can I make this easier? How can I have tacos? How can I have chocolate when we're wanting some of our old favorite things? So what you think about, you bring about. That is how we change our subconscious programs. Become the gardener. Now, if we plant a tomato seed, we're not expecting a banana tree, right? So again, if we're thinking about how hard this is and my family is all overweight or my family just has the genetics and in one reason or excuse after another, we start to condition that subconscious mind. Be a gardener, plant the right seeds, ask the right questions. How can I make this easier? How can I make this go? How can I make meal prep faster? What can I do to make this, easier? But sometimes when we practice the success formula, which I'm going to teach you shortly, we practice it and then we look for the result. We look for the result right away. So if I'm trying to manifest money and I go in my bank account and there's not $1 million there, it's basically like digging up the seed to see if it's sprouted. No, we plant the tomato seed. We do what tomatoes need. We give it the right amount of sun that tomatoes need. We give it a right amount of fertilizers that tomatoes need. And then we trust and we watch it grow. Don't go digging up those seeds. Okay, so this is going to be the success formula. And I'm going to go over this one step at a time. There's 5 steps. And then I'll tell you how I used it. And I'll tell you how you can use it, how to apply it to weight loss or how to apply it to stay the course. All right, so step 1 is define it. What is it that you want to create? What does it look like? And the brain loves clarity. The brain loves clarity. So if I say I want to lose some weight, that is not clear. That's like if you go to the grocery store and the cashier says, "Give me money." Right? I mean, I'm probably not going to give her a darn thing. But if she says, "Give me $12.59, I know exactly what to do. I know how much to pull out of my wallet.
So you are funny.
Be very, very clear. So what does that look like? So what I've done in the past, and I really got to do this for myself. Nobody's exempt from this. If we really want to change something, we want to decide what it is, define what it is, get really clear on what it is, and then write it out. But you want to write it out as if it's already happened, as if it's already happened. So you might start, and I say pen to paper, not typewrite it into your computer. You can do that later, but they say pen to paper does something it helps get into that subconscious mind a little bit more. You can always, always change your plan. What you decide it's not black or white, it's fluid, right? So if you decide I want to lose 50 pounds, and then I tell you, okay, here's how you lose 50 pounds, you're like, I'm not willing to do that. Okay, let me change it. How about if I lose 25 pounds? You can change your goal. If I say, oh, I want to be a doctor, and then you tell me all the classes I have to take to become a doctor, and I'm 60 years old and I'm trying to retire at 65, maybe being a doctor is not going to be in alignment with what I want to do. So maybe I need to switch my plan. But you want to write your vision out as if it's already happened. So I am so happy and grateful now that I lost the 50 pounds, now that I have my energy back, now that I don't have pre-diabetes, now that I got my garage cleaned. I'm so happy and grateful now that I completed my book. I'm so happy and grateful now that I opened that business. I started opened my restaurant. I'm so happy and grateful now that I asked for that raise. Whatever the case is, I'm so happy and grateful now that, as if it's already happened. I really can't stress enough the clarity of it. Yeah, give it details, give it clarity. And if it's clothes, oh, I'm so happy and grateful now that I fit into that dress that I wore at my high school reunion 10 years ago. Now I can wear it again. Is it that little black dress? Was it pink dress? You know, did it have ruffles? Did it have a zipper? Is it a bathing suit? Give it some details, as much details as you can, and have fun with this. This is a fun exercise. This is a really, really fun exercise. And so even if this is all baloney, which I don't believe it is, it's a really fun exercise. To find what it is, like it's already happened, give it some details. That's step number 1. All right. So step number 2, you've got to visualize it. Visualize it. See it in your mind's eye. So if it's that dress, see yourself, see your reflection in the mirror wearing that pink dress or that little black dress or zipping up your favorite jeans. What does it look like? Maybe you want the new car. Maybe you want that new Camry. Maybe you want a Rolls Royce. Hey, pick what you want. We're in a manifesting mode. You might as well get the car you want, right? So see it. What color is that car? See it, give it, and you've already decided what it looks like on paper, the colors, given lots of details. Seeing it in your mind's eye. Now, this is a really important piece. This is really going to help you stay the course. In this process, see yourself taking the steps to get there. So there was a study, there's several studies, but I'll give you the student study. There was a study of students that were taking a class and they had to take a test, and of course everybody wants an A. We all want the A, of course. And they broke the kids up into 2 groups. And these were college students, I believe. And so they had one group visualizing, taking the test and then going up to the board, finding their name and seeing the A next to their name. And then they took the other group and they did the same thing, but they also they envisioned themselves, burning the midnight oil. They could probably smell the coffee because they're staying up all night studying. They can see the nightlight sitting at their desk. They can see themselves in a study group with other students. They see themselves just reading the books, doing the things, practicing their flashcards, whatever, the steps it is to take the test and get the A. And, see yourself getting the A. So visualize the steps. And what this does for you guys is when I do the class on meal prep and meal planning, and y'all roll your eyes at me, I see some of you doing that. I do. Not all of you, but like, I just, people panic like, oh, I don't like to cook. I don't want to this is weird and hard. It's going to be weird and hard because this is not what you've always done. But if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. So we've got to do things different. But if it's really weird to you and just out of the ordinary normal to you, it's going to be tough to stick with. So here we got I'll do it like this, your comfort zone. Well, results are outside here on the comfort zone. So what we got to do is we got to expand the comfort zone to include what those results are. So if I expand my comfort zone to seeing myself meal prepping and seeing myself planning my meals out and seeing myself exercising so that I get the body like this guy's visualizing he wants. If I visualize the meal planning and the meal prepping and the exercise and showing up to my coach and writing out my meals or writing out my journal and showing up for my classes, seeing that stuff reminds this, tells the subconscious mind, if you see that over and over again, subconscious mind does not know real from imagined. So this becomes normal. You've just expanded your comfort zone. It becomes your normal. I hope that makes sense.
A lot.
So you've got to see yourself taking the steps. And you might not even enjoy, meal prepping or exercise. I know some of that stuff isn't fun, but there's a lot of easy ways to get her done. Buy a chicken already cooked and buy your vegetables frozen. They're already cut up. You warm them up and you're done. Meal prep done. Go off with your Sunday and have a good day. So there's lots of easy things that we can do. So see yourself taking the steps while you're visualizing. All right. Step 3. What is step 3? And this is probably the most important piece of all of it. They say when you decide what you want, say it's the 50 pounds or the 20 pounds or whatever, that's like sending your ask out into the universe. This is the law of attraction. I've decided I want to lose the 20 pounds. That is the ask to the world, the universe. What attracts it back to you, how you attract it back, is getting into the feeling state of already having it. So now you're visualizing what it feels like, what you see in yourself in the dress or those favorite jeans or your suit, your work suit that you haven't worn in many years. But you feel most confident when you're giving presentations at work wearing that particular suit. You want to wear it again. But you want to feel that in again. This is called getting in alignment with the thing that you want. If we put the thing that we want on a pedestal and we make it far, far, far away, like 50 pounds, that's incredibly, ridiculously hard and far. We want to just see it for what it is. Wearing the dress, wearing the jeans, wearing the suit, losing the 50. You want to feel what it feels like to have already achieved it. So that's why it's important in the step 1, as if it's already happened. So when you're doing your visualizations, you get in the feeling state as if it's already happened. If it's already happened, you're becoming in alignment with the thing and which draws it to you. Now, if we go and try to run into our closet right now, go try to zip up those jeans and we can't zip it up, that's like digging up that tomato seed. We don't want to do that. Don't keep digging up the seeds. We keep going in that hamster circle. So just keep trusting. And one of the people I was learning from, she talked about trusting the subconscious mind. So say if 4 times 5 is 20, but just to go check, you go to the calculator and you go, okay, 4 times 5, yep, it says 20. So what if I did 40 times 50 or a bigger number and a bigger number and a bigger number? Every time I use the calculator, it always knows the answer. It's right. So eventually I'm just going to trust the calculator. I want you to trust your subconscious mind. But understand you are in charge of programming it. So be careful what you feed it. What you feed your mind is as important as what you feed your body. That's why watching all this negative news a lot, it brings anger and frustration and all the bad feels. That's not good for our health at all. And you want to do that right before bed. You're going to go to bed feeling like that. That's going to set up your dreams and it's not going to be a good sleep. If you watch news first thing in the morning, same thing, you're setting up your day. Yep. Start and finish your day with your visualizations. If you want to know the best time to do it, it's when you're in that theta state where you're just waking up or just falling asleep. You're not super conscious, but you're not asleep. That's when your subconscious mind is the most suggestive. So suggestive. Did I say that right?
No, you're not going out yet.
Feel the joy. Feel the joy. Feel the joy. Feel the sense of accomplishment. How confident are you going to feel when you zip up those jeans or get off that medication or tell your doctor, no, thanks, I don't need those statins anymore, or the insulin anymore, or the losartan anymore? I mean, how good are you going to feel? Because you did it. You did it. So go there. Start with that end in mind. So, and if we get, this is what brings excitement by practicing this step 3 brings the excitement. So when we're faced with Friday night, pizza night, oh, we've done this every year for the last 10 years. That's what our family does. It's pizza night. Okay. Well, we could ask the family to go to a different restaurant. We could order something different. Maybe they have a salad, or there's other ways we can work around that. But feel the sense of accomplishment, because that excitement will help you when those obstacles come, because they will. Life happens. If you never have any trials or obstacles in life, you ain't trying hard enough. If you haven't fallen down, you ain't trying hard enough. The trick is keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, and this is a big one too. Feel the gratitude. Be grateful for yourself for sticking with it. Be grateful for the program that you've signed up for that's given you the tools. Be grateful for the clothes that now fit. Be grateful for the delicious food and the recipes that you've discovered. You did this. You did this. Feel that excitement. This is what gets you in alignment, and this is what programs that subconscious mind. And when we feel gratitude, the reticular activating system is paying attention. It shows us more things to be grateful for every time. You know, happy people see happy things. Angry people see anger in the world. Miserable people see the misery around them.
So true.
You know, we all have a filter. That reticular activating system is a filter, but we all have all these different experiences in our life. And so every single one of us, every one of you can drive down my street right here, and every single one of you will be in the same street, but you'll notice a completely different thing. One of you will notice the trees. The other will notice the different colors of the cars, and the other one will notice the beautiful design of the houses. Somebody will notice, oh, all the weeds. You know, we're all going to notice something different based on what we think. Your external world is only a reflection of your internal world. So we got to fill that internal world with some gratitude, that sense of joy, and that sense of accomplishment. Step 4. This is the easiest part and the hardest part. What? Yes. Here's this short little dog. Didn't know he was short, but he's doing it. So here's the thing. The subconscious mind doesn't know real from imagined. So if you see yourself having, doing, or being the thing that you're trying to manifest through this law of attraction, your subconscious mind will believe it. It just will believe it. And when it believes it, that's where the reticular activating system comes in. It will start to see the things. The world will start to show us the things. Like I said, we all have the filter, but if we're practicing the success formula, the filter changes. And when Dr. Wayne Dyer said, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. So if we're looking through a different rose-colored glasses, we're going to see rose-colored things. So the belief will come. The belief will come if you practice step 2 and 3 repeatedly. The repeat is the most, she said the feeling state is more powerful, but repetition is also another way to get to your subconscious mind. So we've got to believe it. Oh, okay. Guess I'm done with that page. All right. So step 5, and this is the big one. We take action. So now that we've decided what it is, we got clear on it, we're visualizing it, we're feeling that what it feels like to achieve it. So now we believe it, which means the world is showing us different things. So if we see the gym opening up right next to our grocery store, what do we got to do? We got to take action. Go walk into that gym, or take down the phone number and call them up. Say, what's your deal? What are you guys offering? Do you offer a free trial? Or if you see the label, when we talk about label rating, and you start to see the words I said to look for, pick that item up and do some further investigation. That's your action. Maybe you buy that product, or maybe you're shown all these recipes, like for whatever reason, Big Brother knows what we look at. If you're looking for the right things, if you're searching, so, practicing your success formula and you're looking for healthy paleo recipes, you're going to start to see them, and the internet will show them to you. The action step would be make the recipe. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Then now you know you don't like it. But what if you do like it? And if chances are you see the ingredients, you know if you're going to probably like it or not. You got to take the action. What did your reticular activating system show you? It keeps showing us things. And this is what I call opportunity. So we feed the brain, we feed the subconscious, the reticular activating system lets us see what we've decided is important. And then the universe shows us the things, but we got to take the actions. Pick up the product and buy it. Write down that recipe and make it. Walk into that brand new gym and try it out. Buy the product from the store. Oh, you buy the new shoes. Get yourself a cute little workout outfit. Make that part of it fun. If you hate working out, at least know you're dressed cute with your favorite colors. Might as well enjoy the process, right? You bring joy to whatever you're doing, you're going to make it last a whole lot longer. So if we can wear something cute that we feel good in, go buy that outfit, take that action. Oops, guess I'm done with that. Dr. Joe Dispenza, love him. If you want a new outcome, you have to break the habit of being yourself. I have that book. Oh, yes. Breaking the habit of being yourself. I'm not through it. I'm not through it yet, but it's, I'm sure, a very good book. And I've read lots of bits and pieces of it, probably putting this PowerPoint together. But, if we want to do something different, we've got to be someone different. That's a whole nother topic, really, shifting your identity. What you think about, you bring about. Bob Proctor. He's a law of attraction specialist. He was on The Secret. Have you guys all ever seen The Secret?
Yep. Yep.
So they miss a piece. They miss the action piece. They just make it seem like, oh, the little boy thinks of a bike and somehow he gets a bike. It's not quite working that way. You do have to take some actions. You got to program your reticular activating system by practicing the success formula often. Create it, see it, feel it. You will ultimately believe it. And then you take action and then you repeat. So I'm going to share with you how I use, what time is it? Oh, okay. How I use the success formula. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. I told yesterday my story of moving to Arizona, so I'll tell today the story of buying a house. So I moved here 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, and eventually I bought a condo, and it was 3 flights up, and all I had was a carport, so you had to walk across the big old parking lot, through the complex, up the 3 flights of stairs. Cute condo. It was exactly what I wanted. As far as the floor plan, that's the way it was set up. The room was big enough for my giant bedroom furniture. It was perfect until I realized what summer looks like and what it feels like to carry 3 gallons of water up 3 flights of stairs in 118-degree weather across the hot parking lot, through the complex, and up the 3 flights of stairs. So I just made a decision one day I want to buy a house. And one of the reasons I moved to Arizona is because I had a vitamin store that I ended up closing. Kids got married and moved away and did the thing. So it was time for me to go anyway. But I was self-employed and I lost a lot of money on that vitamin store. And then when I moved here and then COVID happened, again, self-employed, I created my own weight loss program, all the videos. I did all that when everything was closed. I wasn't working anyway, might as well do that. All very self-employed, but nothing, you can't buy a house on the kind of self-employment I had. There was no proof of money coming in. So this is what's cool about the law of attraction, guys. You don't even have to know how. Now, if you're in this program, we've given you the how. So here I am trying to buy a house with no record of any income. And so the first lender laughed at me out loud, like out loud. He's, Tammy, have you seen your tax return? You lost money last year, because I was able to write off my vitamin store from years prior. It works out that way. So according on paper, anyway. But I just had a bug in my body. You got to get determined. You got to make a decision. You got to really want the thing. So I just like, no, I'm going to do it. So I kept practicing in my head. I would go to Zillow or realestate.com all day, every day, and look at different areas, Scottsdale, Phoenix, just some of the surrounding areas. What does this pocket get? What is that? And I could visualize myself having my garage, being able to walk right into my house with my groceries. And how good does that feel? Oh my gosh, so much better than those 3 flights of stairs. And I pictured myself having the barbecues. And now, those of you who don't know me, I'm a dancer. So I imagined entertaining and having all my dance friends come over and having space for them to dance. And so I'm looking at all these different places, but over and over and over again, I'm talking with my real estate agent. Again, reticular activating system. Guess what I noticed every single day? And you guys probably never notice them unless you're moving, is open house. You ever see those open house signs? I still notice them to this day. It's like if you're not moving and haven't thought about moving, you will never see them. But if you're thinking about moving, your reticular activating system, you will just notice them, and it catches I'm gonna go. So anyway, lender number 2 laughed at me. Lender number 3, I wasn't giving up. I was just, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe my mom could co-sign for me. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, maybe my sister. I don't even know. Doesn't matter. You don't have to know. So then the third lender says, if you got a full-time job and we're salaried, you could easily qualify. Really, that's all you got to do. Talk about a perspective shift. I'm like, all right. So I thought, my weight loss business was doing up and down. Feast or what do you call it? Feast or famine, one of those two. Some months I'm in savings, some months I did great. And it could not rely on it. So I thought getting a job might be a good idea. Anyway, so all of a sudden I attracted Dr. Infantino and Platinum Wellness. It just came, started me off at part-time. And then the lady who I was taking over for, she'd had a baby. She needed to be full-time mom. So it worked out perfectly. I took the job full-time, got salaried. Boom, I qualified for the house. And now I'm sitting in one of the bedrooms of my 4-bedroom house that I got. But I attracted the results. I attracted what I needed to be able to get qualified to get the thing that I wanted. We don't even always have to know, like if you want to manifest a car or like the house or whatever, we don't have to know how we're going to get it. We just have to be confident. Can't go back and dig up that seed. We have to trust in that, the subconscious mind and program it right. Get your head right. Get in that feeling state as much as you possibly can and see it and feel it over and over again, which gets you excited, which gets you into that full state of belief. It's a full state of belief. And once you believe it, when all those obstacles come, I don't know, friends want to go out for happy hour or something. And, happy hour food is just fried this and fried that and nachos. And, there's rarely anything you can get. I sometimes manage, or else I know, and I just go to the places that I can get, like the tuna tartare or something like that. But anyway, practicing this stuff really, really helps get your attitude in the right place. So now, if I'm trying to achieve a weight loss goal, I know I can have all these things, but not today, because I'm on a mission today. I'm too excited. I am too excited about what I'm going to get by not having this stuff today. In a couple of months from now, and I don't even do it like that. I do it not today or not right now even. So it's even maybe one moment at a time, because obstacles will come. All right, so that is kind of the law of attraction and how that works. By the way, guys, here's my new email address. So if you want to send me your journal pages to this email address, I know a lot of people have been getting this stuff, goes in spam. The Mercury's in retrograde, so I don't know if that's what's going on. Whole reason we got the new email address is because, yep, the other one kept going in people's spam. So when you send me your stuff, if you send it directly this and I respond, I'm hoping that's the problem. Why it's, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, you can either open up your mic to ask a question now. If you're shy or think of something later, you can use this email address. theplatinumwellness.net. You can go there to find more videos on mindset, on exercise, and on the program. And if you don't have the password, message me and I'll get it to you. Does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Yes.
I didn't type it right, but I'm just wondering, like, I enjoy mussels and I keep them in the freezer and then I just heat them up. Is it something I'm not allowed to have? I didn't see it on the list.
Mussels?
Yeah,
Yes, you can have those.
good.
Yes.
I saw you can have
Not in
duck.
a cream sauce.
No, just garlic and,
Yeah, but oh, I love those. I
I
love them.
love them. Okay, good. And then I had a question, I'm only 2 days in. So I've been working on writing out what I'm eating and tried the app today. I don't know. And then you just hit save and then at the end of the week, submit it to you.
Your journal pages, you don't have to submit. I'll just know to look for them once you send me the check-in sheet. If I don't see your journal pages come in my email, like a picture taken of all 7 days, then I'll go, oh, well, she must have sent it did the online part, and then I'll just look for it there.
Yeah, because I think it's easier writing it out, quite frankly. It's like,
Well, if you want to write it out, by all means. Most people do.
Okay.
Way more people do. Some people use a different app like Fitness Pal or,
yeah, I did.
I don't care how you do it. I just really need to know if you're getting enough. So many, like we can get a sack of 1,200 calories at a fast food place, but to try to get your right amount of calories, eating as clean as we're asking you to eat, it's a challenge, and some people are going way under, and it can backfire by slowing the metabolism down. So we want to be in a deficit, but not too much.
Right. So maybe that's where I don't know if I'm at the right number. I don't
So
know.
we start the women off with 11 to 1,300.
Okay, so I'm in there because I'm at about 1,100. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I had that
Now,
right today. That was
as
good.
you go along and if something's where we get stagnant, we'll change that. We'll play with that. You can have a private one-on-one with me for that.
Only one other question, and then I'll let someone else ask. On that sheet where you ask us to put our weight for that weekly thing, and then it says body fat. I don't know how to determine my body fat.
So are you going to be going into the office for therapies?
On Mondays, yes.
So that she'll tell you there. So you just maybe take a picture, screenshot of it there, or the scales these days, almost all of them have that feature.
Yeah, okay.
All
right,
yeah.
that's it. Thank you so much.
But you don't, if your whole check-in sheet and it's missing body fat, it's not that big of a deal. I do kind of want to see the weight and I want to see all the answers to the other things. But if you don't have the answer, that's fine.
Okay.
But if you just take what she did on Monday, what she took, you said you go in on Mondays, that'll be close enough. So we can at least see, is that number going down?
And I have an infrared sauna, so I've been using that.
Wonderful.
Night. Yeah, I'm very excited about being committed to, you have it, but you don't use it all the time. So I'm glad.
Right. Well, now you've got an excuse.
I do. All right. You've been very inspirational today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Who else? Anyone else? I'm going to Anybody need the email or any information here? I'm going to stop the share.
Got it all.
All right. Anybody have any questions about anything other than the law of attraction?
No.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Good to see you on, you're just started out, Jean, and here you are, and you participated real good. I love the energy, but all of you that show up, good on you and good for you, and keep doing this stuff. I'm so proud of all of you, and I'm so blessed. I love this job. And I get to work with a lot of great people, and I get to see a lot of people, like I said in the beginning, these aha moments about learning about the body and how their body responds to certain foods and all of that stuff. And then they lose the weight and they feel so much better, and they can see better, and they can think better. They can poop
Yeah.
better, all the parts. So that's just a really nice side effect for me. So anyway, that's all I got for today. So I will stop share.